Have you ever noticed your blood sugar act strangely after drinking alcohol? Maybe feeling dizzy, shaky, or suddenly sweaty hours after just one glass of wine or beer? For someone with diabetes, that's not just uncomfortable. It could be a dangerous blood sugar drop that hits when you least expect it. Even while you're sleeping. Alcohol for diabetics isn't just empty calories. It can disrupt glucose balance, trigger sudden highs or lows, and interfere with your liver's ability to stabilize your blood sugar. The good news? You don't have to give up every toast, party, or celebration. In this video, you'll discover the safest drinks for diabetics, when and how to drink alcohol without spiking or crashing your blood sugar, and a simple, science-backed tip to avoid dangerous overnight lows. Every strategy here is easy to follow, based on medical research, and designed to keep your blood sugar in control so you can enjoy life while protecting your health. The hidden dangers of alcohol for people with diabetes. Let's take a closer look at what's really happening when alcohol enters your system, because the effects aren't just during that happy hour. They can linger long after the last sip. Your liver plays a vital role in keeping blood sugar steady by releasing stored glucose when levels drop. But when alcohol is present, your liver's priority shifts to breaking it down, pushing glucose regulation aside. This means the safety net your body usually relies on can suddenly disappear. If you drink on an empty stomach, or while taking insulin or certain diabetes medications like sulfonylureas, the risk of hypoglycemia rises sharply, sometimes hours later, even in the middle of the night. On the other hand, drinks loaded with sugar, like margaritas, sweet wines, or fruity cocktails, can send your blood sugar soaring. Without careful monitoring, this can lead to dangerous highs and, in extreme cases, complications such as diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA. The tricky part? Alcohol's impact is unpredictable, and factors like the type of drink, food intake, activity level, and medication timing all play a role. I know how frustrating it can feel. You want to enjoy a toast at a family gathering or relax with friends without worrying about numbers on a meter. But understanding this connection isn't about taking away joy. It's about giving you the power to enjoy those moments safely. Once you know the rules, you can bend them without breaking your health. The truth is, even one drink can tip the balance if you're not prepared. But here's where it gets encouraging. You can predict, plan, and prevent most of these problems with a few simple strategies. In the next part, let's break down exactly which drinks are the safest for blood sugar control and how to pair them with food so you stay steady all night. Dry red wine, Cabernet Sauvignon and Pinot Noir, Merlot. Now that we understand how alcohol can throw your blood sugar off balance, let's look at what you can still enjoy safely. Starting with one of the most popular and heart-healthy options, dry red wine. Dry reds like Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, and Merlot are lower in carbs compared to sweet wines with only about 3-4 grams per 5-ounce glass. That's why many people with diabetes see them as a safer choice. But while the carb count is low, the alcohol itself can still trigger a delayed blood sugar drop hours later. The key is in how you drink it. Pairing your glass of wine with a balanced meal, say grilled chicken, brown rice, and a side of vegetables, gives your body a steady fuel source, helping prevent sudden lows. Avoid drinking on an empty stomach and make it a habit to check your blood sugar before bed, especially if you've had wine in the evening. This quick step can catch a drop before it becomes dangerous while you sleep. You shouldn't feel like enjoying a glass of wine means choosing between pleasure and safety. It's about finding that middle ground where you can take part in life's celebrations while still protecting your health. When you approach alcohol with knowledge and a plan, you're not giving something up, you're gaining control. Even the safest drinks can turn risky if you skip these precautions. The real secret isn't just what you drink, but how you prepare your body before, during, and after. Next, let's explore another popular choice: light beer, and uncover why its reputation for being diabetes-friendly can be both true and misleading. Dry white wine, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay. After looking at red wine, let's move to its lighter cousin, dry white wine. Many people reach for a chilled glass of Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, or Chardonnay thinking it's a fresh, harmless choice. Just like dry reds, most dry white wines contain only about 3-4 grams of carbs per 5-ounce glass, making them appealing for anyone watching their blood sugar. However, not all dry wines are created equal. Some brands add a little extra sugar to balance flavor, and that can catch you off guard. The safest way to enjoy white wine is to pair it with a substantial, balanced meal. Not just crackers or cheese, but something with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs, such as baked salmon with quinoa and steamed vegetables. This slows down absorption and keeps your glucose levels more stable. Also, be mindful that the lighter, refreshing feel of white wine can tempt you to drink faster or have a second glass before you realize it. If you're using a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, setting an overnight alarm is a smart move to catch any delayed dips in blood sugar. You deserve to enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of white wine without fear hanging over your head. With a few small changes, you can make it part of your life in a way that feels safe and confident. The goal isn't to remove pleasure from your diet. It's to build habits that let you keep it for the long run. Even a drink that looks light and harmless can have a hidden impact if you're not aware of the details. The more you know, the easier it becomes to enjoy it fully and without regret. Up next, let's talk about light beer and why its safe reputation for diabetics is not always the whole truth. Vodka. Now, let's move from wine to something much stronger, vodka. For many, it's the go-to choice for mixed drinks or a clean, no-frills sip. One reason vodka is often recommended for people watching their blood sugar is that it contains 0 carbs. But this benefit can be deceptive, because without carbs to slow absorption, the alcohol enters your system quickly and can lead to a rapid and sometimes dangerous drop in glucose, especially if you haven't eaten. If you choose vodka, pairing it with the right mixer and food is essential. Skip sugary juices and opt for club soda, sparkling water, or diet soda to avoid unnecessary spikes. Eat beforehand something balanced like whole grain crackers with peanut butter or hummus with vegetables to give your body steady fuel. And don't rush. Sip slowly to give your liver time to process the alcohol without shocking your system. For those using insulin or certain diabetes medications, this slow and steady approach is even more important to prevent delayed hypoglycemia hours after drinking. You don't have to avoid vodka forever, if it's something you enjoy. With mindful choices, you can still share a drink at celebrations, enjoy a quiet evening at home, or toast to a milestone without the fear of an unpredictable crash later. It's about making alcohol work with your body instead of against it. Even carb-free options carry hidden risks if they're not paired with the right habits. The key takeaway? It's not just the drink, it's the preparation, pacing, and food choices around it that make all the difference. Next, we'll look at whiskey and why this classic spirit can be both a safe choice and a surprising challenge for blood sugar control. From vodka, let's shift to another clear spirit with a loyal fan base: gin. Known for its botanical flavors and crisp finish, gin can seem like a safe, sophisticated choice for people watching their carbs. Like vodka, gin itself is carb-free, which makes it appealing for those looking to keep blood sugar in check. But the real trap isn't the gin. It's what you mix it with. A single can of regular tonic water can contain around 30 grams of sugar, enough to send your glucose spiking in minutes. The key to enjoying gin without sabotaging your blood sugar is choosing mixers wisely. Swap regular tonic for club soda, diet tonic, or even sparkling water infused with a slice of lemon or cucumber for flavor without the sugar. And don't forget to eat before or alongside your drink. Protein-heavy snacks like grilled shrimp, roasted nuts, or even a small cheese plate can help stabilize blood sugar and prevent sudden drops later on. Sipping slowly, rather than finishing your drink quickly, gives your liver more time to process the alcohol and reduces the chance of unpredictable highs or lows. You don't have to give up the classic gin and tonic entirely, you just have to reimagine it. By making small adjustments, you can still enjoy the flavor you love while staying in control of your health. It's about empowering yourself to enjoy social moments without the silent fear of what might happen to your blood sugar hours later. Even the most elegant drink can turn into a hidden threat when sugar sneaks in. But once you know the tricks, you can keep both the taste and your health in perfect balance. Next, let's talk about cocktails and why they can be the most unpredictable and dangerous choice for people with diabetes. If what we've talked about so far is touching a part of your own journey, I'd love for you to pause for a moment and share a piece of it. Maybe it's a word that describes how you feel right now, or a memory of a time you learned something important about your health. Your story might be the light that guides someone else through their own challenges. And if you're looking for gentle tools to support your body, like the ones I personally trust, you'll find them in the description below. They've helped many in this community take small but powerful steps toward better health. Whiskey, bourbon, Scotch, rye, Irish. Now let's turn to one of the most classic and celebrated spirits, whiskey. Whether it's bourbon, Scotch, rye, or Irish whiskey, this is a drink that carries tradition, flavor, and a certain sense of occasion. Pure whiskey contains 0 carbs, which makes it sound like a perfect choice for people monitoring their blood sugar. But here's the catch. Flavored whiskeys often hide added sugars that can cause unexpected spikes. It's not always obvious, and that's where many people get caught off guard. If you want to enjoy whiskey safely, the best way is to drink it straight or with a splash of water to open up the flavors. No sugary mixers like cola, sweetened ginger ale, or pre-made cocktail blends. To protect against potential glucose dips later, have it with a small but balanced snack, such as a handful of mixed nuts or almond butter on whole grain toast. These provide protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs that help stabilize blood sugar. Remember, whiskey is stronger than wine or beer, so pacing yourself is key, not only for safety, but also to give your body time to process it. You can still enjoy the rich warmth and character of a good whiskey without putting your health at risk. It's about honoring the drink in its pure form, while honoring your body's needs. With a little mindfulness, you can keep whiskey as part of life's celebrations without the fear of what might happen hours later. Even a drink with 0 carbs can still create problems if you ignore hidden sugars or forget to pair it with the right food. The real key is knowing what's in your glass and how it interacts with your body. Next, we'll tackle cocktails, the most unpredictable and often the riskiest drinks for people managing diabetes. Light beers, Coors Light, Miller Lite, Amstel Light. After exploring spirits and wines, let's move on to one of the most common casual choices. Light beer. It's the go-to drink for many social gatherings, backyard barbecues, and game nights. Light beers like Coors Light, Miller Lite, and Amstel Light are popular among people watching their carbs, with each 12-ounce serving containing just 3.2 to 5 grams. Miller Lite is on the lower end at 3.2 grams, while Coors Light and Amstel Light come in around 5 grams. This makes them seem like a safe option for blood sugar control. But the lower carb count doesn't mean they're risk-free. Beer, even light varieties, still contains alcohol that can interfere with your liver's ability to release glucose, creating the potential for delayed lows, especially if you're drinking on an empty stomach. The carbonation can also make it easy to drink more quickly than you realize. To keep things balanced, sip slowly and avoid having multiple cans in quick succession. Pair your beer with a meal containing healthy fats and protein, like a chicken wrap, grilled fish taco with beans, or a small plate of cheese and nuts. These foods slow down alcohol absorption and help keep blood sugar levels steadier throughout the evening. You don't have to give up the enjoyment of an ice-cold beer on a warm day. By understanding how to pace yourself and what to eat alongside it, you can still be part of the moment without worrying about a crash later. It's about keeping the ritual, but doing it in a way that protects your health. Even light beer can cause trouble if you let the low-carb label fool you into overindulging. The secret isn't just picking the right beer. It's how you drink it, what you eat with it, and how you space it out. Next, we'll get into cocktails, the most unpredictable and often the riskiest drinks for anyone managing blood sugar. Prosecco, bro. Finally, let's talk about a drink that often feels like pure celebration, Prosecco. Its bubbles, light taste, and festive feel make it a favorite at weddings, parties, and brunches. When it comes to blood sugar, Brut Prosecco is one of the lowest carb alcoholic drinks you can choose, with only about 1–2 grams of carbs per glass. But here's the important detail. Not all Prosecco is the same. Labels like extra dry or demi actually mean more sugar, and those extra grams can add up quickly without you realizing it. If you enjoy Prosecco, the safest bet is to stick with the brut variety and sip it slowly. Pairing it with salty, protein-rich snacks like prosciutto, roasted nuts, or a small cheese plate not only enhances the flavor, but also helps keep your blood sugar more stable. These snacks provide fats and proteins that slow alcohol absorption, reducing the risk of sudden highs or lows. Another tip: be mindful of refills. The light, crisp nature of Prosecco can make it easy to drink more than you planned, especially in a social setting where glasses are topped up without you noticing. You deserve to enjoy the sparkle and joy of a special moment without feeling anxious about what it's doing to your blood sugar. With a little awareness and preparation, you can toast to life's big and small wins while staying in control of your health. Even something as light and celebratory as Prosecco can become a hidden risk if you overlook the sugar content or skip the food pairing. The secret is knowing the right version to choose and enjoying it with intention. Next, let's move on to the final and most unpredictable category: cocktails, and why they can cause the biggest surprises for your blood sugar. At the end of the day, living with diabetes doesn't mean you have to say goodbye to every drink. It just means you need a plan. When you understand how alcohol works in your body, you turn fear into confidence. Choosing the right low-carb options, pairing them with the right foods, pacing yourself, and keeping an eye on your glucose are not restrictions. They're tools that let you enjoy life while protecting your health. You deserve to share in celebrations, raise a glass, and still wake up feeling steady and in control. Every sip is a choice, and now you have the knowledge to make it a safe one. So drink mindfully, honor your body, and never forget that your health is worth more than any moment's pleasure. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And let's keep learning together, because staying informed is the best toast we can make to our future. Thank you for watching our video today. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. We truly appreciate your support, and it will motivate us to continue make more information video to help you all. Thank you, and goodbye.